Okay, so the also important dice roll, Max versus Raphael.
They are sitting ready. Excited to play.
It's cool, right? I mean, this, again, as we've mentioned before, this should be Raphael's, or could be Raphael's third victory, YCS victory. Not sure if he has been in the finals before without winning the actual events. Okay. Okay.
I'm a big Raphael Neven stan, so I know all his credentials from the top of my head, apparently.
Right.
But, yeah, let's see who's going to take this home. Is it going to be Max? Is it going to be Raphael? Are we able to see Raphael's cards for the first time today or not? We're going to all have to wait and see and find out.
Right, still having some small technical difficulties, just double checking.
No, on all the remote system, you know, it's been a wonderful ride. I've been really enjoying it. Not only playing at the events, but also it's a whole new world for us content creators.
Yep.
I know that you have been at the remote invitational, and you know, I've been playing a lot of different content creators on my channel as well. It's overall super fun. I really like playing in the remote YCS as well. Unfortunately, I didn't make it to the top.
Yeah, because I mean, if we take a look at the standings of this of the European remote duel YCS, I think we had like a little under 1,800 players, 1,800 people participated in the YCS.
That's a whole lot of people. That's almost a normal YCS.
Yes, right. Crazy.
So the dice have been rolled. Okay. I didn't really see who started.
It seems, I think Max, seeing his body language. Raphael picking up his cards, briefly checking them. Right.
Raphael who lost the die roll.
Right.
Rescue Cat being summoned. Effect Fader or Impermanence being activated. That's one of the cards that you really cannot gamma. So that's unfortunate. It's going to be set to pass. Is Raphael going to get ordered himself again? This is not a good start for Max.
So both players are kind of heavy on traps. I think Raphael is indeed going for the 1/4 of the deck is indeed traps, right?
Tanky being activated.
Right, of course.
Of course, Tanky is being activated.
It's pretty standard. A standard play. Not sure if the zones do matter here in this case.
Yeah, they are just checking.
Yeah.
Tanky isn't moving on its own.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Right. So yeah, the two sets of mechs. What can they be? Take a look at the list. We see again the order, just like Raphael. Could be order. No, order. No, indeed. Would have been negated. Infinite Impermanence, Solemn Strike, Revolt, maybe. But I mean, it's not
Revolt
useful.
For next turn could also be great. Like, that's not to be underestimated. You can just use Revolt in your own turn.
Plus, why would you keep it in your hands, right? To kind of bluff your opponent. So here it is. The first card, it's Strike. Okay.
Striking the Fractal. There's no interaction to be had with this counter trap.
Okay. How strong is striking a Fractal? Because
you lose. You just lose your effect. You lose your setup. If Raphael's hand was Nerval Kuras, then of course he could have played through it, but it's not, and he's just gonna kick over the cat, which is also very important. And I can see 2 cards being prepared to be set on the field.
So it might indeed be a Revolt in case of Max. Might be the case.
Yeah, Max can still have to Revolt. What else does he have? He doesn't really play maybe another Strike or maybe an Imperial on his own. And again, Raphael, they're playing a similar list actually. They're only a small differences. Like Raphael is playing 7 or 8 spell cards with the Barrage, and Max is only playing 7 without Barrage.
So for the trap lineup, there's indeed a lot of similarities between both lists, right? It's the fact that they're playing so many traps, they definitely want to go first to capitalize on those. Well, okay, Imperm, I guess, is so flexible.
Set and Raphael draws another card. This isn't looking good for Max. This is definitely one of the issues that the deck has. It's also kind of the experience I had with the YCS myself, where sometimes you draw a Fractal, Karas, Kit, Nerval, and Rescue Cat, 2DX, and sometimes you have a Beast.
Right.
That's it.
So we see the fractal. It's going to get blossomed. The second, that wasn't the same, right? Or was it? I believe it had double strike sets.
Yeah,
Not sure if it was the same,
set,
but I think so.
So the fractal will resolve this time.
All right.
Getting the kits.
So
It's
Max.
kind of interesting that he opts to strike this, but I think that he just wants some fuel for his grave. So maybe he does have the revolt set.
Mhm.
But for now, he's just going to attempt to start make some plays.
But Raphael still having 2 sets. Not sure the revolt. It's not. It's also not live, right? He only has like 1 in
He
grave.
has a 1 in the grave right now. Yeah, Raphael also passed after drawing another card, so Raphael's also having the same issue of not having beasts. But as we see Timm doing here, 1 fractal, all you need.
I mean, if the cross hits the graveyard, Raphael could have some place.
Hit for
There
3,
it
which is
is.
going to be striked as well.
Okay.
The similar lists.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Again, similar lists, so we kind of see the same place going back and forth, heavily relying on the traps. But the thing is that because they draw into their traps, they don't have any follow.
Passing turn, Raphael only needs to do a little bit more damage. Summoning the Nerval.
That's strong.
That's damage.
Yeah.
Nerval isn't, but you can link it away.
Yeah.
And right now he can just make an Almirash with the Nerval, search another card, banish 2 for the Caress.
Mhm, mhm.
That would do the trick.
This might be game.
He still
Probably.
has another card that's going to be
Yeah,
activated.
yeah.
And if it's the 3rd strike, for example, that leaves Raphael with only an Almirash in the field.
Right. Let's see.
What if Raphael made Almirash, used Almirash's effect on the Caress, and then it gets strike? And it's still game. It's
Right.
a very big brain.
It does a big brain play.
Yeah.
But it's there. That's why it's there. It's one of the reasons why it's there. Could be used. It's an effect that maybe players might overlook, that it's there.
Exactly. It's going to resolve the Nerval, so maybe Raphael's going to do that. I'm not sure what the attack is on Cross. Maybe it's 12.
Yeah. Banishing 2. And still, Raphael having 1 set. Veil is
Vader
dropped.
coming down, it's definitely not the best for Max right now. It's still good, but it still leaves the Karas on the board, you know.
Is it revolt?
Is it revolt?
Or another strike? Raphael's thinking, but he feels strong and comfortable. I mean, you see at his body language, he has place left.
In situations like this, with the remote dueling, it's really does Raphael keep track of his opponent's life points? Does he know his opponent is so low? Because then it would be a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
you sometimes get just in the mindset, like you're just playing out your strategy, and you're not really focusing on, you're focusing on winning through winning the game with your
Mhm.
deck. You're not focusing on winning through doing
Right.
damage. So
Yeah, I have this sometimes as well. It's like you're having game on board, and you're like, I need to like normal summon another monster or make some place, and then run into like, let's say, torrential tributes or
Exactly.
something like that.
easily overlooked. Raphael's taking his time like he should.
It's probably revolt.
Yeah, it's
Is
revolt.
there a bell? Is he running bell? It's probably not. No. No bell.
Yes, not side decking it as well. Interesting pick.
So still the 1 sets. Another. At least his own. So again, going back and forth. Very similar place.
So how will this end? That's a little bit of
4/4.
both Shueiks are just gonna banish each other.
Probably, yeah. And we see that both players also only having 1 card in hand, unless I'm mistaken. While the Karas on board has already been used.
Exactly. This gives a lot of advantage to Max though, but because Raphael did use his Nerval already.
Yeah, 1 from Raphael is indeed banished.
Maybe Raphael's a normal summon. 1 normal summon is all you need.
And indeed getting in for some extra damage. So okay, Max does have a follow-up play for next turn, a strong follow-up play. Raphael has 1 set, 1 unknown card. I think we don't know the cards.
That better be a big card,
yeah.
otherwise Raphael's still able to lose this game. This is going so back and forth.
Yeah.
Revolt.
It's an exciting one. It's not like, here's my board. I can't deal with it. It's game. No, it's nice. That's another Is that another revolt?
Yeah, and that's just
that's game. Wow. How many revolt is Raphael playing?
Triple revolt.
3 revolt. I mean, we've seen lists only running 2.
Yeah, like Max's list.
Max's list, yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely pushing it. Yeah, drawing the revolt twice gives Raphael the win so much advantage from the 1 revolt. Summoning back 4 monsters, searching 1 card, banishing 1 card.
Again, yeah, that's the thing. They're running similar lists. They opened very similar strikes, a lot of traps. Their only play was stopped by a disruption, blossom, strike. And then it's, they're kind of stuck, waiting on their top decks, hopefully drawing like a tanky fractal to get those beasts, or those extra monsters in the graveyard to make those revolts live. But yeah, okay, Raphael 1-0 in front. So the side decks, let's take a look. Which cards can they put in?
It's for Raphael the same story as before. His deck is built for the mirror match, so he kind of doesn't really need to do anything. But Max has the powerful Contact C that we saw taking a win earlier. What deck was it that played that? Was it the? It was also the mirror, right?
Yeah, correct, against Johannes.
Yeah, the Pankratops is also a very solid card of the Twin Twister. So there's definitely work that Max can do right now. But Raphael is in a good spot.
The thing is that if you take a look at Max's previous matches, he played against, if I'm not mistaken, let me double check, Guru. He was the guy that beat Guru Control in top 16. Then played out the Tri-Brigade mirror match against Stratos. That was the first match of the day on live stream, the top 8. Then in top 4, he beat Madolce. He won against Madolce, so a lot of diversity. While contrary, let's take a look at Raphael's opponents. Like Raphael played against Tri-Brigade, and let me double check. Also Tri-Brigade. So Raphael's 3 opponents today, all Tri-Brigades.
That's a whole lot of Tri-Brigade.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, it might be a bit like, is stale the correct word? But it gives you the experience and information that you already beat 3 Tri-Brigades in your
confidence.
Yeah, it's a big confidence boost.
That may help so much alone, and all the cards in Raphael's deck, they are just made to beat the mirror match.
Yeah.
So far, so good. Maybe we're gonna see another Zeus coming down this game since Raphael's gonna go second. Maybe Max has got a big brain Raphael into going first.
No.
I'm letting Raphael go first. But
So Desires. He is going to Blossom. Is he playing Gamma? He is playing Gamma. Okay.
Did he banish the driver?
There is no Gamma. Okay.
There's no response.
There's Gamma. That's an oof from Raphael.
Impermanent.
That's fine. Okay. Well, that's why Desires is there, right? It's very similar to like tanky force out. In this case, the Ash Blossom. And then in this case, your rescue kit is free to use its effect. Get those 2 beneficial searches. Make your link plays live. Get your names in the graveyard. Or types, I have to say. The Raphael sitting at 4 cards, already used up the Ash Blossom. Other options, like we see.
An effect failure on the fairy just to deny him the extra summon. Something along those lines.
Right. So there it is. Does Raphael have the... Well, then again, he might have used, or would have used, the effect negation on Cat. No?
Yeah, that is true. It's kind of depending on what Raphael's hand is. Maybe he just wants to let Max use a little bit of his resources.
Right. Max looks really confident. Again, normal summoning. No, special summoning. Yeah, correct. Yeah, a special summon. And the Fractal already normal summoned Cat earlier.
Fairy Jet's such a powerful card, allowing you to extend a little summon and also allowing you to draw another card.
Recycle your hand, I guess. I mean,
going for the Shuei. I've been playing that deck for quite a while and I've never done this. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong or if these guys are doing something right.
Right, it's cool. Okay, so Bearbum again hits the board. Eventually it will search out the Revolt. That's Garas?
Yeah.
I wasn't able to see it, okay.
He should have only 2 banished, or 4, he has 4, right? So, it's a couple of options.
I think 4 cards in hand or
And maybe
3.
he wants to use out the Kairos to get the double Dragon Lords going as
Right.
well.
Yeah. Exactly.
Double Dragon Lords, Revolt, Palooza.
That's strong. Yeah, how is Raphael able to beat that? Like, we know Imperm is there.
If you look at his hand, then Imperm on the Appaloosa is a big first step, but then there's still like 1 bounce and 1 banish.
Right. So again, as a Tri-Brigade player, pretty much the best opening hand you can have, especially after an Edge Blossom, in this case the Pot of Desires, but ending on a strong Appaloosa, on the Ancient Link for the bounce, plus, let me see, I think 2 cards in hands, and we know the Revolt is there, right? Or is going to be there. Here it is. He's going to search it out. And again send 1 card from his hand back to the deck. So he had 2 cards, at least probably 1 card in hand, unless he has like 2 traps, or he's left with 2 traps. Imagine like Revolt and Strike. Oh, no, okay. Difficult one. So what does Raphael need? Imperm? What's that?
Desires is a good start.
Yeah, that's a good start. So 2 draws, giving him, I guess, more options to draw into his side deck cards. Or, like those important cards. We see no Phantasme, sadly.
You know what he needs? Normal Summon gets bounced. Kiraz, it gets bounced. And then Barrage.
Barrage could be cool. Strong Appaloosa is still there. Does he have the Imperm?
That's really
yeah, to force out the Revolt.
Yeah, it's one of the cards Raphael would definitely side in. He saw the card. So luckily for Max, it wasn't 2 traps that were set.
Alright, yeah, imagine that last card being indeed a Solemn Strike. Would have been destroyed by the Twin Twister, right? Not sure how many cards Raphael has. 4, I think. So, still a very strong Appaloosa.
So Kit will resolve and even Norval.
I remember Tri-Brigades sometimes playing like their Tri-Brigade spells and traps for, like, let's say, send it to the graveyard with Kit.
Like the Rendezvous? And
yeah, for example. Like
one of the deck lists today actually played one of the fools. All the other lists really haven't done that.
Right.
It's a little bit of an older build, I think, with the Cymorg, Bird of Sovereignty.
Okay. Right.
So you protect the barrier statue with Storm Wings.
Yeah, that strategy kind of vanished, right?
I mean, this is better.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just the better.
That's true.
I've never been a big fan to rely on a single card to win the game. As you can see, as for today, there have been no floodgate wins, no nothing. Even the strongest of floodgates, like the Dimension Shifter, wasn't enough to take all the wins all the time.
Well, the order was there.
Order is something. So I'm not going to lie.
Okay,
but
so
you will never rely on that card.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, so Fractal indeed getting bounced back. So Raphael's. Yeah, I think I saw a Revolt.
Oh, it was negated, and then he attacked.
I saw a Revolt, I think, in Raphael's hand.
Could be huge.
Definitely a solid combat card, right? But yeah, then again, Max again has the capability to search out the starter card for next turn.
Yeah, that is true, but what happens if he normal summons that card and then it gets banished?
Banished, right.
Double Dragon Lord's one of the MVPs this entire tournament, really.
So, only 1 set, which indeed might be the Revolt, unless, it might have been missing. It's definitely possible. Yeah, Raphael is indeed going to pass. So that leaves Max with 3 cards in hand. We know one of them. One of them, I think.
Yeah, we know the Norval.
Yeah.
I think one unknown from the last one.
Normal summoning the... Is that?
That's Norval.
Yeah, Norval, yeah. If he has Revolt, should he use it here?
Yeah, there's no point in waiting. But it's going to be just difficult because... you can chain block the charade. It's going to be difficult to go to a win after this.
Right.
And again, Max is only 1.
Ooh, that's a failure. Nice. The Appaloosa is still there. Okay, so Appaloosa now only one counter left.
I think so, yeah.
Only one negation left. Sitting at 800. Appaloosa putting in work, right? We've seen before Appaloosa absolutely doing nothing because, let's say, Droplet or Imperm. But now it's putting in work. Again, that's why it's there. Again, it's not looking too great for Raphael. He looks beaten.
Yeah, he's still just taking it very seriously and just relaxing a little bit.
He still has 2 cards in hand, so who knows? Those might be cards for interruption.
You haven't lost until your life points are 0.
Yeah, true.
So...
Correct.
I mean, Raphael's sitting very relaxed on this revolt right here. There's no danger anywhere to be seen. Interesting that he didn't just go for a Shurake, because if he just made Shurake, banished one, and he could have just banished the revolt. If the revolt was changed, he should just banish the other Shurake.
Right.
So that maybe could have been an insta win right there for the max.
Well, he's thinking his options, seeing which extra deck monster he can pump out.
The access code talker here is good. We haven't really seen all day.
Yeah, one time I think.
Yeah, for on OTK.
So, I don't think.
That's like with 8 up.
Is this enough? I don't think this is enough. Far from enough.
Raphael will just take his time and let everything go through. So years of experience right there. No panic. You're not dead. So don't worry about it.
So next turn, what can he do? So he survives. Okay. He could, well, he should, get rid of the Appaloosa, take over Appaloosa.
He's definitely gonna activate Revolt.
If it's Revolt, right? I'm not sure.
And does he even have 4 banished Beast Warriors? We might be saying Revolt the whole time. Is there anything he can really do? Because I'm not really sure what he has in the grave or in the banished. It's only for Kara or 1, 2. Yes, 2, I think.
Passing his turn, again sitting on the 1 bounce. Raphael thinking something in the end phase. Nope. Okay, waiting for his draw. So Max also sitting comfortably on 2 cards, plus 1 interruption and the Appaloosa. That's okay. He's still at 8k life points, so that's comfortable. Let's say if Raphael is able to break the board, Max is still sitting at a healthy amount.
This is nice for Raphael. He can just attempt to attack over the Appaloosa. There's no Zodiac power here.
So Fractal is indeed going to get bounced back.
He's going to discard the Gamma. Makes sense.
Right. And there is a Revolt still in battle phase.
Only for 2, so yeah, he didn't really have 4.
Yeah, true. But this should be enough, right, to attack over Appaloosa?
At least.
Yeah, of course. Any other form of I mean, the ancient warrior link has already been activated. Potential 2 cards in hands.
Still has the Doom Eagle as well to shuffle back a card from either player's graveyard. But yeah, there are only 2 Beast Warriors in Raphael's graveyard right now, so that can also potentially just stop. But the third one is here, thanks to Kit.
Right.
Raphael's opening up some plays. Sure, slowly but sure.
He's thinking 3, 4 cards? 4 cards, I think.
It's gonna be a 5th one soon.
God, that should give him, the power to get back, to get himself back in a duel. Max is patiently waiting.
There's not much he can do now.
No. What could be the other place? Okay, so he can attack over Appaloosa. What's next? He already used up his normal summon. Does he need?
Use it for Rigid now to special summon 1 back.
Yeah.
With that many cards, he can maybe even attempt something with a Bearborn play to get another monster back. Maybe try to get an Appaloosa going or an access code talker to clear the field. There's a lot of stuff that Raphael can do right now. Max has fallen.
That's the thing, yeah. You can break your opponent's Tri-Brigade board, but they will have follow-up play next turn. So if you don't have protection, then.
But there's still a card in Max's hand that has been there since turn 1.
Okay.
So maybe that was the Gamma.
So that's the special summon, right? Yeah. So, Raphael still has some options. He's still alive. He's still in the duel. Even though he's 1-0 in front. I mean, let's say, if he would lose this, I mean, he can still, side deck and potentially go first in the third duel, so...
Yeah, but that's no given that you are winning.
Yeah, of course.
There's also no reason to give up.
Yeah, definitely.
Raphael's still not going strong. He just has to take his time and think a little bit, and that's fine. It's a complicated game, especially in the final of the remote ICS. He's been thinking about this for like 2 weeks now, so...
Yeah, you don't want to make any like small mistakes. Even a small mistake could cost you the duel. And that's like, if you're playing in tournament, I always have that when like I'm playing and I make a mistake, I'm like, oh man, it's sticking in your head. And I'm one of those people that I can't get myself over it that quick. It's like always sitting in the back of my mind. Like, it does have some influence on my next duel. But yeah, that's part of the game. So Valor, we see Valor.
That was the last one. Yeah.
So again, that's strong.
That might put a halt to Raphael's plan.
But I think there was a Karas. Was that the Karas summon? So still a follow-up play. The potential.
Exactly. He still can go.
Link 3 play here. I mean, getting that form of interruption. No.
I don't really know what's happening right now. They're just continuing.
I assume the monster on the far left is the Karas, and Karas is still alive,
yes,
unless
one of them is figured.
So that's still live, so he could definitely link away.
Yeah, he can still go for the Exoskeleton Talker play and destroy this entire field.
Right.
Because Max has 0 cards right now, right? So he only has the Norval on the field, so that's something to keep in mind. There's only so much Raphael can do right now, right?
Yeah, but what are the follow-up plays? Like, imagine if he does go for Access Code. Okay, you could get in some damage. Probably not enough. But Bear Bloom is there. Okay. So that searches or is going to search out Revolt, another Revolt. That's a small difference between Raphael's list and Max's list, is Max is only running 2 Revolts.
Yeah, exactly. Raphael still has 3 cards in his hand.
Yes, he's playing all those cards, but he's still sitting at 3, so 2 or 3.
So we can now proceed to the special summon, maybe back 1 by discarding a card or 2 cards. No, that's not the best, and he has no Revolt access. I think I'm gonna leave the thinking to Raphael here and stop coaching him through his plays. So
options.
Yeah. See, this is what we meant. This deck is easy to play, hard to master, and if you're a master with the deck, you get to the finals of the remote YCS, like Max and Raphael are proving.
He's indeed going for that big link play. Thinking his options, going for that.
Here we go.
Yeah, link 3. It could potentially upgrade to the access code.
Yeah, you can make an access code talker here, which is fine, and you can destroy the entire field, which is nice. But and then you can still have the revolt. But
can he go for game though? It's probably not enough. Not sure what.
He already went through the battlefield.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Attacked over the Appaloosa.
Right.
Still
right.
turn.
Right. That's the thing, right?
And there is the boy access code also. Like we discussed earlier, it's looking a little bit grim for Max, but again, he's still not out of the duel. Still has the Norval search, and there's still a top deck to be had.
Raphael playing it really well. He wasn't really looking too confident.
This game specifically.
Yeah, this game, yeah.
Masterful.
He's playing it out really well, playing around those disruptions.
I mean, Max is doing his best, and this is, I think, his first YCS top. I think I don't recognize the name.
I don't know. Yeah, that could be.
He's been doing amazing, getting to the finals of a 1,800 participant tournament, the first remote YCS. But you are facing off in the final against the 2-time YCS champion, world's competitor, Raphael Neven.
Right.
It's a little bit of a big push to make. So far, Max has been performing amazing, and he's in the final. So, 2 great players. Couldn't have wished for a better.
Yeah, definitely. We had our pre-finals, I guess. 2 title candidates in the top 4. Now,
we'll leave
Okay.
The double dragon lords. That's interesting. Can it not be destroyed by card effects? Let's take a quick peek at double dragon lords.
So now Max does have 2 or 3 cards in hand. Raphael 2 sets. We know one of them is a Revolt, right? He did search it out.
And another set card.
And another set. Imagine that being a strike. So Max only having 1 card in hand, unless I'm missing something. Max again thinking his options. Raphael is looking really good.
Double dragon lords. No, it can just be destroyed.
Right.
So, interesting to see Raphael not opting to go to that.
We see Imperm being used.
Being chained. It's interesting.
It was, I think was it the case that the Tri-Brigade monster on the field activated? You know, chain Imperm, chain the ancient warrior link, and go from there. So the link 4 hits the board. Same for Raphael as well. Not sure, but again, Max only still has 1 card. So again, it's going really back and forth. It's still the second duel, only 23 minutes left on the round, a little more, a little over 23 minutes. So it's still well enough time. But it's something to keep track of, right?
There's another time this top 4 that 2 Shuraiks were banished at the same time.
Right. So really cool. It's going really back and forth. Both duelists.
Activate the kit here, right? No, Raphael checks his resource, knows what's happening, drawing another card. There's 1 card set on Timm's side. What could it be? Karas is being summoned. Anything on summon, Raphael asks. Timm says no, that's fine. Banishing 4 for a cost.
Imperm. Okay, does Raphael have a follow-up play? No, he sets 1 card.
Could it be another
is that another Revolt? That's the 3rd? No? Okay. Okay, he's still in here. He needs to top deck. Then again, the bounce is still there. So that sets, I don't know.
Double Dragon Lords can bounce itself back.
Yeah.
This is a back and forth game. This is exciting.
Mr. Raphael needs the desires from the top.
Almost no cards left.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, about like 3 cards? 3 cards maybe? But yeah, still, I mean, those 2 cards could be enough. Something to force out the bounce. Nothing. No.
Raphael's on the clock.
Is it Revolt? Imagine him drawing Revolt now. Off of Desires.
Okay. So Raphael's 1 more turn to make it work.
Imagine. So, next damage is probably going to be enough.
Yeah, Raphael
should be enough. Setting
12 right now.
Setting something that's not. This is probably going to be game. Raphael is probably out of steam.
I don't know what happened. I thought he had it, but something went wrong.
Yeah, because of the access code talker. Maybe not having enough materials to destroy.
Yeah. Two, so I'm not really sure
maybe we're missing something. Normal summoning cats.
Does he even have cards for cat right now?
So, potential Solemn Strike is not live.
I just want to attack with cat.
A failure. But Rescue Cat does not have that much of an attack stat. Ooh. Can he top deck? Like only 2 cards. Might be deck out eventually. Imperm? Is that real? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was Phantasme.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1-1. Okay, that's fine.
Alright, interesting. Alright. So there's double desires. Unfortunately,
that's the thing, right? You're playing like 3 desires, okay, for consistency reasons. You want to open with at least, with 1, not 2, 1. But the problem is, and that's my experience with running 3 pot of desires, is that if I use desires, I'll always draw into at least 1 extra copy of desires.
That's why I only play 2 desires.
You want to see it sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I want to draw 2 cards, but I don't want to banish 10 cards. So
Right.
Actually, I have a poll on my Twitter up right now. It's for like another 2 days where everyone can vote on play 2 or 3 desires, and it's a furious debate, let's say the least. So.
There's a lot of theory behind it.
Exactly. All the people say that if you only play one Desires, you shall never draw a second one.
I've seen some OCG lists like actually running like ending up really high first place, but only running one, let's say, Prosperity or one Desires. That's for probably one of the for that reason. Yeah. If you run it, okay, you're opening with it. That's cool. But if you
for everyone watching, that's a very incorrect mindset.
I mean, I sometimes do that with some deck testings, but I mean, I get the logic behind it. But that's how it is. So for the side deck, like any differences, we know that
Raphael's going to go first now, so maybe the show rights again, maybe with Skullmeisters. But I feel like Raphael has been stuck on his strategy for the last 4 matches.
Yeah.
And Max is definitely going to get that Contact C in and the Twin Twisters.
Yeah, Raphael is not side decking the Contact, right?
Exactly. So theoretically, right, if Max wins this match on Contact C, is his nickname going to be Max C?
So Fractal opening, no tanky?
Finally.
Okay, so again, a standard opening move. Again, Raphael kind of digging for that standard.
Exactly. There's only 19 minutes left, so they are on a little bit of a clock. Kit is going to resolve, maybe not.
Especially...
No, it's the Imperm coming down. It's unfortunate for him.
You can still link it away, so that's...
Is this why Raphael plays triple Revolt, so that he has the option to hard draw it in cases like this?
Might be the case. So sending another name from the deck to the graveyard.
It's 4. Set up. Back row.
2. Okay, and 2 cards in hand. Okay, that's fine. There's a first turn play.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not the best. It really depends on if Max has the Twin Twisters that he has.
Right. 3 Twin Twisters, so... A Twin Twister here could be really big. It could potentially like force out, let's say, a Revolt. It destroys...
If it runs into the order again.
Right. Imagine another order win. Ooh.
Raphael Neven, it seems like his event so far. Everything is going
it's his way, yeah.
That's
strong.
Huge bummer for Raphael. That's an insane card.
Even though it's at 1, it's one of the best side deck cards.
Exactly.
Because
it's a deck like this.
It's so flexible. I mean, basically any deck can side in Pankratops.
Except Drytron.
Okay, that's true.
But yeah,
that's true.
I play this in my Virtual World deck. I play this in my Tri-Brigade deck. I play this in my Prankit deck probably as well. Yeah. It's a solid card.
So is he still thinking? Probably not. Max is probably thinking about his next play.
Duel's far from over, but it's getting a little bit more difficult.
So best case scenario, I mean, we have Revolt sets, maybe a Strike set or an Imperm.
Yeah, exactly.
Pankratops might get activated here. Kind of guessing, gambling one of the back rows. Yeah, very similar to one of the earlier plays in a tournament with Cyclone. Kind of guessing a 50-50 chance.
It's the Revolt, I think.
It's the Revolt. Ooh, that's a big one. That's a big one.
It's really bad that he has to use it now. Rescue
Cat is there.
And the Revolt.
And Revolt hits.
Is there a bell? There's no bell. There cannot be a bell. The kid is already banished. We're already resolving.
Ooh, and he passes. Did he pass? Was it a gentle...
Could be huge. Could both players not have the most impressive hand in the final? I mean, the last couple of duels, they both had like the most wild hands I've ever seen. So it could be a little bit of a calm final. The third Revolt putting in the work for Raphael.
No, it's probably a hand gesture of your effect goes through.
He has Karas here. No, it's a draw. It's a draw for turn. It's Raphael's turn. Could this be it for the 2-time YCS champion?
Is Raphael Neven going to put another YCS win to his name?
Max still has 3 cards in his hand, and that's a lot to push for 8k damage. But, Raphael has some Tri-Brigades that he searched with the Revolt turn.
I think did the Pankratops matter? I mean, the Rescue Cat again would have been banished by Call by the Grave.
Maybe if it was another Tri-Brigade, maybe it would have been better.
Yes.
Yeah, the cat would have also just been.
Yeah, indeed. So in this case, the Pankratops wasn't that important, and no chain. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Raphael only needs to summon 3 monsters in order to win this. He only needs to summon 1 Link 3 and then make access code for game.
Isn't enough.
That's the Doom Eagle.
He's calculating.
Raphael's calculating. This is not game, Raphael. You have to make another play. He's at 8,000 damage, but even if he makes access codes awkward, there's still a risk of effect failure or imper.
Yeah. He's indeed declaring the attack, I think. Was he declaring the attack? Next. Is that game? Is that game?
Is that
game? I think it's game. Did Raphael win? Did we miss something? He declared it wasn't enough damage, right? But
I'm not sure what happened here.
Yeah.
Doom Eagle says I'm not sure what the Doom Eagle is. It has an effect if there were no monsters in the grave, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's an opponent's grave, so maybe this was just game. This was just game. Raphael, 3-time YCS winner, wins the event. A little confusion on our part. Raphael pulled through. Proving he is the Tri-Brigade master. The best Tri-Brigade player out of 1,800 players that attended the YCS, the very first remote YCS.
Oh, good job, yeah, fantastic.
Another accolade.
Third win, fantastic. And he beat all Tri-Brigades, right?
Raphael Neven wins the remote YCS.